It was really important to me to come this weekend because it was the Trevor Project, and I've worked with Upright before with Shane and Chris, and they're fantastic. But there's something about this that was just so special, that it's the Trevor Project and that it's going to be so beneficial for them, and they're an amazing organization. So I'm happy to be here and support this one.
I know everybody kind of associates with your character, so of course I think about that episode on Ugly Betty when you were coming out to your mom. Your
Yes.
character was, and it seems like that really was so special and so poignant.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has their secrets, and everybody has to get over them, and that's what's so great about something like Trevor Project is an outlet. And if only my character on the show had that kind of an outlet prior to that horrible moment when he came out to his mom, and she had the reaction that he knew she was going to have. So that's why it's so great to have something like Trevor.
It seems like it's great, though, that we've come to the point where we have in our culture that we can have gay characters on TV, and they're accepted and they're loved.
Yeah, and it's not even about that. It's not even necessarily about the fact that they're gay. It's just that is another section to them. It's not. We don't have to have the gay character anymore. We have that character who happens to be gay. So it's good. We've come a long way.
I think you like to keep your personal life private, but it seems like having something like the Trevor Project is so great for other people out there to be able to kind of have an outlet when they're in kind of a questioning state, when they're young.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of parents that aren't really approving of kids' choices about who they fall in love with, and the Trevor Project offers them an opportunity to call and talk to someone anonymously or not about what they are going through at the moment, and that's a really important resource. And so to provide a night like this that gives money to them is a really important event.
Now, why don't you sing very much? Because I think I saw you, and I'm going to say maybe it was 10 years ago in Rent.
I've done a lot of singing, but in context, it's a little weird for me. It's a little cruise shippy for me to just like stand at a piano and sing a couple songs. So I don't know. It's going to be a little awkward. But
it's kind of a nice change, though. I would think maybe.
Do you think so?
Or do you prefer to have a script and know where you're going?
I am a big fan of when the songs are in the context of a show or a character, so you can sort of have the dialogue and the lyrics reflect what's going on in a specific scene. But this is just a different beast, so it should be fun. I hope the audience enjoys it.
I think they will. Now talk to me a little bit. Next week, Harold and Kumar, the sequel's coming out.
Yes.
I was a big fan of the first one, and I think
Thanks.
you surprised a lot of people with your role in there.
Yeah, Harold and Kumar too. It's more of the same. It's a lot of, pot-smoking comedy. I think I'm on mushrooms for most of it.
Guys, let me pay for it. It's the least I can do.
Is it surprising you the reaction that first movie got?
It was. It was a small little independent movie that didn't do so well on the screen, and then in DVDs it did okay, and then it's sort of word of mouth kept it alive and kept it going. And 4 years later, we're doing a sequel. So I'm thrilled. I hope it does well. It opens next week. We'll see.
Did they come to you and say, we want you to do this and play this character and change everybody's views of who Neil Patrick Harris is?
No, they had written me into the script and hoped that I would read it and like it. They just sort of showed me their hand. And it was a full house. And I thought it was good. So I said, yeah, sure, why not?
Just have to ask you before we let you go about Doogie Howser. Is it something you're proud to look back
on? You have
on?
to ask me?
Well, yes.
Oh, okay.
Everybody has to, I know some people want to move on and they've done other things in their career, but are you proud to look back at what you started all those years ago and how many fans still are here?
I'm proud of my whole career. I've managed to do interesting little roles on small screen and big and stage and voiceovers, and it's all good. As long as you keep the quality of your work high, then you should be proud of every chapter.
Where are you going?
Wherever God takes me.